A season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2012 NSAA Girls Basketball Tournament. And this afternoon in the Class B Championship Final, it's the Seward Blue Jays unbeaten at 25-0 and the Beatrice Lady Orange at 18-4. Hello again, everybody. I'm Larry Putney along with Trudy Nolan. Great to have you with us as we get set for an exciting Class B final. Seward appears to be the clear favorite. They've won 25 in a row. They haven't lost a game in 4 years, about ready to win or hoping to win their 4th straight state title. But Beatrice is the one team that gave Seward trouble during the regular season. Should be a good rematch. If we take a look at Seward, they've got a point guard who hasn't lost her entire career in Beth Poslavsky.
Yeah. When you talk about somebody that has started every game at Seward High School, has won 101 games, what a great honor for her to come into her last game here at Seward. She's going to be headed off to Fort Hays State. You know, just a great honor for her to play. She's got some backup players with her as well. Of course, they've got that winning streak on the line, and I'm sure it's the pressure. And Beatrice has done well, you know, against them. That was their closest game they had when they played them earlier in the year by 11 points.
So the Beatrice Lady Orange come in at 18-4 on the season. Alicia Armstrong may be better known for her softball prowess, but she's an all-stater on the basketball court as well.
She is, and you know, they had a great win yesterday over Gretna, and Alicia did a great job yesterday of driving to the basket. She has great skill and toughness. She comes in with a 7-point average. Should be a good matchup, a good one here in Class B.
So Beatrice and Seward, the Class B state championship. Seward looking for 101 consecutive victories. We'll have it for you when we come back on NET.
Time Warner Cable is dedicated to the future of our nation's children. That's why we've launched our Connect a Million Minds initiative. We're asking adults to help us inspire kids through science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're achieving this through local partnerships with FIRST. Across the country, Time Warner Cable employees are helping bring FIRST robotics competitions to the areas we serve. The future of our nation and our children depends on math, science, and technology. Visit connectamillionminds.com to find out what you can do.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
Set to go just about for the Class B state championship for the girls in the NSAA state title, with Seward taking on Beatrice. Of course, Seward with 100 consecutive wins. Win number 101 in a row would be their 4th straight state championship. Of course, earlier today we saw Guardian Angels Central Catholic come away with a state championship. A win today, 101 for Seward. Right now they're second when it comes to win streaks in state history to West Point Central Catholic, now Guardian Angels Central Catholic. So a win, not only 101, but 4th straight state championship, which would put them in the company of schools like South Sioux City, Battle Creek, Sandy Creek, West Point Central Catholic, as we said. So a monumental day for Seward, and most of these, well, none of these players have ever lost a game in high school. And if they can go through today unscathed, you're looking at state champ number 4 in a row for Seward. Let's go to Doc Weiniger for our introductions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the Class B State Championship game. Today's game features the Seward High School Lady Jays versus the Lady Orange of Beatrice High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Seward Lady Jays. Number 3, Sydney Wild. Number 12, Lindsay Blocky. Number 14, Sierra Roth. Number 15, Abby Rummery. Number 20, Callie Heath. Number 22, Taylor Seaman. Number 23, Bailey Berry. Number 30, Aubrey Dewar. And number 40, Jordan Nelson. And now, the non-starters for the home team, the Beatrice Lady Orange. Number 11, Hannah Laughlin. Number 15, Jamie Cedarberg. Number 23, Hunter Bailey. Number 25, Allison Politsky. Number 35, Jordan Peathod. Number 41, Beth Cowan. Number 43, Kim Higgins. Number 51, Taylor Boer. And number 53, Tori Suter. And now, the starting lineup for the Seward Lady Jays. A 5'10", junior number 10, Hannah Taverdi. A 5'7", senior number 24, Taylor Wissing. A 5'6", senior number 32, Beth Boschlowski. A 5'10", senior number 34, Katie Hughes. And a 6'2", junior number 42, Courtney Zagina. Head coach for the Lady Jays is Tom Taverdi, assisted by Greg Miller, Shane Gallagher, Lonnie Watson, Jessica Owens, and Carrie Butsky. And now, the starting lineup for the Beatrice Lady Orange. A 5'4", sophomore number 5, Taylor Osborne. A 5'7", junior number 13, Hannah Barnard. A 5'11", senior number 21, Alicia Armstrong. A 5'10", junior number 31, Jill Faxon. The 5'7", junior number 45, Chantel Adams. Head coach for Beatrice is Ryan Luke, assisted by Kyle Colm, Matt Barnard, and Jim West. Today's game officials are Brian Arvin, Chris Wiedenfeld, and Kyle Poor. The bench official is Nick Johansson. And now, ladies, let's play basketball.
Well, looking for history here in Class B. Seward and Beatrice not far from each other, both in the southeastern part of the state. We'll begin in Beatrice with the Lady Orange. They come in at 18-4. Beautiful new high school. In fact, not a lot of development around it. It's such a new high school and very looks very nice down there in Beatrice. And then not far away, maybe 40 minutes to the north, 30 is Seward High School. The Seward Blue Jays 25-0, and both teams here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln for get here. Well, Beatrice knocked off Northwest 51-34 and then beat Gretna 47-41. Seward had no trouble early on with McCook and then beats Norris 45-31. Well, some history between these two teams. Here's Ryan Luke, third year as the head coach of the Beatrice Lady Orange, career record of 146-96. Also coached at Elm Creek, Nebraska and Eudora, Kansas. Tom Taverdi, the head coach of the Seward Blue Jays, 100 consecutive wins. Last year, he was named the Coach of the Year by the Lincoln Journal-Star. Career record 228 and 47, and the Lady Orange win the opening tip-off. Here's Alicia Armstrong, stripped by Boslavsky early, so Beth Boslavsky, little stutter step dribble, brings it back out to set things up. She's guarded closely by Bernard. Hannah Bernard won't give Boslavsky much room to work. From outside the arc, Taverdi with the three is off. Remember last year, Seward started off on fire, opened up about a 19-0 lead in the state championship and never looked back. Beatrice knows they need to stay close early. The drive by Chantal Adams, and she's fouled, and she'll be shooting two. Katie Hughes picked up that foul, her first. And the first free throw off by Adams. Adams, 5'7" junior guard. Second one off as well. Ball goes off of the hand of Courtney Zagina and out. It will stay with the Lady Orange.
You know, we talked about earlier, these teams have played and it was a close game at 11, but I'm sure both coaches have told their players it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new day. Don't think about the last time that we, encountered that team.
Taylor Osborne kicks it back to Faxon. Faxon drives in, double team, turn around, nothing there. Faxon after her own rebound, puts it up and good. Nice work early on the boards by the Lady Orange. So here's Beth Boslavsky, 5'6" senior guard, has never lost in her high school career. None of these kids have ever lost. They're 100-0 in their last 100 games. Boslavsky drives baseline, she's tied up. Possession arrow will stay with Seward. 2-zip Orange, here's another look. Great job fighting for the rebound.
Jill Faxon doing a nice job putting that bucket in, staying after. There was kind of a pile up, but she stayed after the ball.
Zagina drives in, can't get it to go. Rebound loose in the hands of the Lady Orange. So Beatrice the other way. Here's Alicia Armstrong. Boy, can she drive the basketball. Kicks it back to Barnard, across to Osborne. Now inside. The turnaround off the front of the glass, and a foul called underneath on Beatrice's Jill Faxon. So Faxon with her first foul.
Jill Faxon, her first personal foul. First team foul on the Lady Orange.
And yesterday Norris started out really strong with Seward as well, just couldn't connect on some of their layups there. So, they're getting some competition here with staying in the, after it on defense and offense. And both of these teams are playing hard pressure, man-to-man defense.
Boslavsky feeds Katie Hughes inside, and Hughes promptly sent the other way by Alicia Armstrong on the block.
She's a very strong player. As we mentioned earlier, she's coming to Nebraska to play softball, so she's a strong player inside there.
They go right back at her again, and the foul committed by Alicia Armstrong, her first.
Here's a look at that pass in there. Nice little cut by Hughes to the basket. Nice pass in there by Beth.
Katie Hughes now at the line to shoot two. Comes up a bit short. Katie, a 5'10" senior forward. Averaged 4.5 points a game during the regular season. Led the team in rebounds. 6.6 per game. Second one rolls in there, and they trail 2-1. So the Blue Jays will pick up full court, look for the full court trap, and they cause the turnover. Jill Faxon just picked it up momentarily, double dribble.
It's kind of like we just saw in the last game, where they're going to pressure them on defense. Hopefully, Seward wants to cause those turnovers from the very beginning.
Here's Hannah Taverdi with the ball. Out to Boslavsky, left-handed dribble into the paint. Kicks it out to Taverdi with the three. It's open, doesn't get it. Nice position and rebound underneath by Armstrong, but tipped away. And a foul then called I believe they're going to get Faxon for her second. 31 foul on Jill Faxon.
You know, very aggressive play from the very beginning here. Everybody's picking up full court, getting after things from the very beginning.
Into the game now for Seward is Taylor Seaman. Katie Hughes will take a break. Hannah Taverdi, 5'10" junior guard, averages 15 a game with the ball up top. Looking for the screen. Takes the long three, Taverdi in and out. Taverdi 0 for 3 here early from outside the arc. But a very confident shooter. Other side, Bernard. Ball being rebounded and pushed by Taylor Wissing. Wissing, now to Slavsky. Outside, 3 on the way from Seaman, and she's off. And early on, Seward 0 for 4 from 3-point range. Taverdi 0 for 3, Seaman 0 for 1. Good bounce pass. Nice defense to tie it up underneath as Taylor Moore couldn't handle the pass.
You know, both games we saw this morning, Larry, everybody just has a few nerves, getting the game going and trying to get your shots to go in. Things don't fall early, you keep after it. That's what on the other 2 games they have done the same thing.
Slavsky comes away with the rebound. Try it again, Taverdi. 0 for 4. All right there and all just rattling out.
Both teams like to play an up-tempo game, so we're going to see them getting up and down the floor the whole game. And they both like pressure man defense, so both teams, all the girls are going to be getting after it here.
Barnard with the open 3. She got it. Saw the first 3 of the game hit by Hannah Barnard. Barnard averages nearly 10 a game. Another 3 on the way from Seaman. Rebound Taverdi. And a foul on the floor after the rebound by Taverdi.
Here's a look at the 3 for Beatrice by Barnard. She did a good job of setting up, getting ready out there on the outside.
Saw a timeout on the floor. Beatrice on top 5-1. Let's take a quick look at last year's Class B state championship game. The 2011 Class B championship game pitted the Elkhorn Antlers against the Seward Blue Jays. Seward, the 2-time defending state champion, came into last year's contest riding an incredible 74-game winning streak. The Blue Jays seized momentum from the start with Hannah Taverdi, Emily Cady, and Beth Boslavsky all hitting 3-pointers in the first quarter. The Antlers found a bit of hope in the third quarter when they went on a 10-point run. And again in the fourth when Courtney Jensen hit a 3-pointer to make it a 12-point game. But Seward hit their shots down the stretch, and the Blue Jays were crowned champions for the 3rd straight year with a 70-54 victory, extending their winning streak to 75 consecutive games. And now that winning streak as of yesterday after their win in the semifinal, 100 consecutive wins by the Blue Jays. All-time record, as Matt Schick told you off the top, 111 by then West Point Central Catholic, now Guardian Angels Central Catholic. A win here today. They not only pick up their 4th consecutive state title, but also move 10 wins closer to that consecutive streak. Boslavsky with the travel.
You know, I know Tom doesn't want to probably think about the winning streak, but, you know, it's out there. Everybody talks about it.
Right.
It's going to be there. It's a lot of pressure. I, can't imagine being Beth and having played that many games and never lost a game before. So it is a lot of pressure, but they're able to handle it, obviously, if they have that many wins.
Barnard in trouble. Double team taken away. Courtney Zagino pulls it out of there. The 6'2" junior. Zagino with it up top, looks inside. She'll put it on the floor, drives right by and puts it in by Bohr.
You know, one of the things about Courtney is she's 6'2", but she plays on the outside a lot. She shoots a lot of three-pointers and long shots, but also can post up on the inside.
Blocking foul will be called. Foul not necessarily agreed with by Katie Hughes, but she picks up the foul, and that's her second.
Second team foul, for Beatrice Adams, shooting 2 shots.
So Adams now at the line. Adams' first one is good. Chantel, 5'7" guard. She's a junior, had 10 points here at State in their win over McCook.
You know, this is the kind of game, Larry, where every single possession is going to count, because it's going to come down to, like I said, every possession, whether it's the free throw, whether it's a field goal, any of those kinds of things, it's going to count in the very end.
Taverdi with it. Shot on the way by Wissing is off. And early shooting woes by the Blue Jays. When that starts happening, you want to find a way to get it inside, create some offense. Good block there by Zagina, now the other way. Taverdi again, that's off. And out on Seward. So it will be Beatrice's ball. From the floor for Seward. 0 for 8 from outside the arc. They have not hit a 3 yet.
Number 53, Tori Suter.
Keep firing away.
They do. You know, it's going to fall. It's not like they have made those shots before. That can happen where all of a sudden you're in a game and the shots just aren't falling. The key is not to quit, because that's how you got here, was making those shots. So the key is to continue. It will fall. Ask Minden. It started to fall second half for them.
Drive by Jill Faxon, kicks it out. Here's Taylor Osborne. Cedarberg with it up top. Jamie Cedarberg now into the game. Barnard drives into the paint, takes the shot. The floater to go. Hannah Bernard with her second bucket. She has 5 points here. Taverdi will drive. And try to convert for her first points of the game. Of course, Hannah Taverdi, 5'10" junior, daughter of head coach Tom Taverdi.
And that may be what they look to do a little bit more, especially at the end of the quarter. Tom might be telling them, you know, let's drive to the basket, get some of those shots to fall. Sometimes if you get layups, get those inside shots, your outside game comes along with it.
So now into the game for Seward is Sydney Wild. And Alicia Armstrong now back into the game for Beatrice. Taverdi hits the free throw, so now 9-5. Trap in the backcourt and the turnover. Taverdi with it. She'll go strong to the basket. Taverdi lays it in. 4 points just like that for Hannah Taverdi. You can see why she's a Nebraska recruit. Of course, her mom played at Nebraska, former Shelley Block, dad the head coach. Great recruit for Connie Yoring. Good tough defense by Sydney Wild. Looking to Adams.
Seward really is putting the pressure, man-to-man defense on.
Good
causing
feet
Beatrice
inside, but off of Taverdi and then out.
Yeah, and causing Beatrice to have those turnovers from the very beginning. And here's the play. Here's their pressure defense trying to get a trap. Hannah Taverdi does a nice job of taking it to the basket, and she likes to do that. She likes to drive in all the way to the basket.
So Wissing in the game along with Sierra Roth. Let's see her first action. Taverdi mixing it up here early. Three-pointer on the way, and got it. Courtney Zachina hits the three. That's that ability you were talking about.
It is. That's where it's nice to have that person on the outside that can play both, inside and out.
Zachina with the block. Zachina leads this team with 25 blocks, takes a swipe at that, but can't get it. And Adams with the bucket. 1 second to go, no shot. Waslavsky thought she had time, but couldn't quite get a shot off. So through one period of play, the Lady Orange lead the Blue Jays in the Class B State Championship showdown.
Animal agriculture is vital to Nebraska. Livestock production not only contributes to our food supply, but also helps our rural communities. Livestock provides revenue for schools, creates jobs, supports Main Street, and enhances the future for farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Board's Animal Agriculture Initiative works to encourage growth of responsible livestock enterprises to benefit agriculture and Nebraska.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
There's a look at Chantel Adams, who gets the pass and just goes strong right to the basket, taking advantage of those open floor opportunities.
And those are going to be the key for Beatrice. If they can get those kind of baskets to fall every single time and just stay within right here. You know, they're ahead by 1 after the first quarter, right where they would like to be. Seward hasn't shot the ball real well, but that's something that I'm sure will come. But they're still only down by 1, even shooting, 17% from the field goal.
Zachina with it. Guarded by Faxon. Seaman over to Taverdi. There's Boslavsky, drives. Looked like a clean block, but must have got her from behind with the body, so the foul will be on Alicia Armstrong. That's her second foul, and someone Beatrice cannot afford to have in foul trouble. You see the look on Alicia's face. Really?
And both Beth and Hannah Taverdi do a good job of driving to the basket. And that's what they're trying to do a lot of times, is create that foul there. Beatrice might be in a little trouble here. They have both Faxon now and Armstrong with 2 fouls at this point.
Second one by Boslavsky is good. All even at 11 early here, period number 2. Faxon drives, double team. Adams, shot blocked. Seaman with good defense. Seaman will take the 3, that's off. And a rebound to Beatrice. Good job by Taverdi. Sorry, Boslavsky to get the steal and get it back in. Now Boslavsky kicks down in the corner. Seaman will try it again. Not there.
Boslavsky does a good job of bringing the ball up, taking control. There she got a good steal. But just being the overall complete player that Tom needs out there.
Great job by Boslavsky. As soon as she picked up her dribble, Boslavsky was in her grill. Tied up the ball. It'll stay with the Lady Orange on the possession arrow. Taylor Bohr back into the game. Taylor Osborne will take a seat. Jill Faxon up top. The jumper in the lane and a foul on the arm. So that'll put Alicia Armstrong at the line. Foul called on Zagina, her first personal foul.
Beatrice Alicia Armstrong, shooting 2 shots.
Shot by Armstrong. Good. Armstrong, first team All-State. Boy, did she drive to the basket well. We saw that yesterday in their win against Gretna in the semifinals. So Zagina with the rebound and a 12-10 Beatrice lead. Beth crossover dribble and the foul called on Hannah Bernard.
Beth does a good job, you know, of setting that up. She didn't really have a screen to go off of, but she set that up very well. And here's where you can see it. They're going to set a screen, but she set it up with a little hesitation move and then a drive to the basket, doing a great job of taking that in.
First one from Poslavsky is good. Poslavsky started every game in her career. She's a Fort Hays State recruit. Great ball handler, passer, had 17 points against Norris. 9 against McCook in that win. Hits both free throws there. The Jays pick up full court. Looking to trap the ball. Faxon trapped in the corner. Faxon throws it away. Armstrong chases it down, but steps on the line and out. Turnover goes to Seward.
And again, that's where their pressure defense is going to cause a problem, especially when this is where they want them to go, right in the corner here at the half court and get that trap set there.
Taverdi off the screen. So Taverdi's first 4 misses were all just rattling the cage, like in and out. And now her last 2, one that didn't draw iron, the other one barely drew iron. So then you start to question yourself, right?
You do. I mean, she's just, you know, she wants it to happen. As soon as she gets one to go in, she's going to feel the rhythm, but she just can't get that one to go in. And she's just off. She's off a little bit balance when she's shooting it right now.
Good pressure on the ball. Drive by Adams and a foul. I think that's going to be number 2 on Zagina.
It is, you know, and we're seeing on both sides where the girls do a great job of driving to the basket. And here's Chantel driving to the basket there, you know, and a lot of times when you drive in, you're going to create that foul. And again, as I said before, you can, you know, you're looking to make a 3-point play out of it.
13-12 Seward. Second shot is off. They call a foul. They did call a foul on the rebound. The foul will be called on Poslavsky. That's the first on Beth. Good job by Seaman all over the ball. Barnard with the drive. Off the back of the rim, gets her own rebound.
Barnard has lots of energy out there. Driving to the basket, getting on her rebounds.
Jumper by Faxon is off. Poslavsky with the rebound. Taverdi drives in, leans in, can't get the shot to go, and off of Taverdi and out. 5:02 to go before halftime. And a timeout called by the Lady Orange. Ryan Luke will talk it over. 18-4 Beatrice coming in. Blue Jays 25-0 and a tight game at 13-12. Blue Jays on top.
You know, you look at the number of
Hello, I'm Jeff Beckman. I've been fortunate to help hundreds of Nebraskans over the years create lasting legacies to the organizations that they love through estate gifts. Now, if your interest is sports and you'd like to see sports action continue on any time, let's sit down and visit about creating your legacy through a gift to the NET Sports Endowment Fund. Call me personally to arrange a confidential meeting, and we'll discuss how your legacy can live on through a gift to NET.
South Seward Blue Jays on top by 1 at 13-12 here in this Class B state championship. Want to remind you that it's easier than ever to become a member of the NET Sports family. Just log on to facebook.com/NET Sports. Become a member. And see what's going on behind the scenes at NET Sports.
You know, both teams, you look at their field goal percents. Seward's struggling right now. They're 3 of 17, so they're only 18% right now from the field goal. But they're leading the game by 1 point, so you know that things are going right at that point.
Nice drive by Jill Faxon. She has 4 points here early on. And a travel called on Wissing. So one more look at that shot by Faxon.
And again, a good drive to the basket. That's what we've seen a lot from them. From Alicia, from Faxon, driving to that basket, trying to get that short shot. You know, even though they've played each other before, things can change from one game to the other. You know, Seward may not have shot this like this the first time that they played them, so things can be a little different on the second time.
Good pass inside. Taylor Bohr with the catch and shoot, and Bohr with 2. 3-point advantage for the Lady Orange. Nice drive, but can't finish by Wissing. Goes off of the hands of, like, maybe Barnard. Here's one more look.
Nice look at nice pass down there to Taylor Bohr. You know, both teams are very aggressive. They're letting a lot of things go on defense, you know, letting them be very aggressive on defense and even on rebounding.
Zagina with the drive, and she has the lay-in. Zagina with 7 points here in this first half. The pull-up jumper. Anderson can't get it to go. Jays will push it. Roslavsky can't get it to go. Back into the game now for the Lady Oranges, Jamie Cedarberg. And also coming in for Seward is Sydney Wild.
Beatrice number 5, Taylor Osborne.
Taylor Osborne also coming in as well. Zagina couldn't handle that pass. Drive the other way, won't go. Tipped around, it will stay with the Lady Orange.
Another good drive to the basket there. You know, Hannah Bernard had a good drive in, just rolled out. Those are the kinds, though, that I know, you know, they're looking, Ryan is looking that they need every one of those baskets when they're in close to go in.
Taverdi subbing. And in comes Katie Hughes. And Courtney Zagina will get a rest with 2 fouls. Hughes comes in with 2. Boy, nice job, good defense by Wild. Wild caused the turnover and then the foul. And the frustration on Jill Faxon.
That's Jill's
3rd foul on Jill Faxon.
Yeah, Sydney did a good job down there on defense. Unfortunately, Jill picking up that 3rd foul, trying to get the ball back there. And she'll have to sit out for a little while here.
All-state honorable mention is Jill Faxon. Had 10 in the win against Gretna. key part of this Lady Orange offense. Armstrong back into the game, and it'll be Katie Hughes at the line for the Blue Jays, shooting a 1-and-1. First one is good. Hughes, a senior, averages 4.5 a game.
Looks like she is a Wayne State volleyball recruit, actually.
Good job getting her own rebound and misses the lay-in. Great hustle off that line to beat everybody to the ball. I'll leave it at 16. Barnard will reset for the Lady Orange. Boslavsky on her. Now the drive by Osborne, kicked outside. Anderson can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Katie Hughes. And the three on the way from Hughes. Rattles off, tipped away, and loose ball coming down in the hands of Taylor Bohr.
Beatrice looking here to be a little bit patient. They're going to run their offense, look through, get a good shot so that they can stay right in. They've got it tied right now and to stay within with Seward here.
DeVerde will be called for the foul. Got her with a hand check on Hannah Barnard. This is the first foul on DeVerde. Sixth foul on the Jays, so next foul by the Blue Jays, and the Orange will be shooting 1-and-1.
As you can see Tom over there saying no more fouls. He doesn't want to put Beatrice at the line, give him any free throws. Plus he doesn't want any of his players to get any more foul trouble with 2 minutes left before half.
Runner in the lane. Barnard can't get it to go. Boslavsky now the other way.
Now Seward trying to be a little bit patient, see if they can open up, get a good shot here.
DeVerde with the drive. Can't get it to go. All the way by Armstrong. And a foul off the rebound and put back by Taylor Bohr. So Bohr will go to the line. Foul on Wissing, that's her first.
For Beatrice, Taylor Bohr shooting 2 shots.
Zagina back into the game as Sierra Roth will take a seat. Second shot from Taylor Bohr. And she's got it. Biggest obstacle for Beatrice coming into this state championship game might have been confidence. They came in on a 2-game losing streak. Lost the last game of the regular season as Zagina's 3 is way off. And then they started out districts with a loss to Crete. So back-to-back losses, still made the wild card. That's how Beatrice got in.
That is tough coming off of 2 losses off of your season, but they've come into the state tournament, you know, really going after her.
And Zagina hits the 3-pointer. Zagina now 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And she has the only 3-pointers for the Jays. Zagina now with 10 points. Travel called on Barnard.
Well, and now you might see Seward hold it out here for a little bit, hoping to go into the locker room, you know, with a 3 or maybe a 4-point lead at this point at half. Even with the field goal percentage that they have, being ahead by that number would be good. I would think Tom would feel good about that. Hopefully come out the second half, have, you know, scoring a little bit better.
Just 20 seconds left. Poslavsky somehow gets that one off and puts it in. What a drive. And Seward with a 3-point lead. 10 seconds to go before half. Osborne closely guarded. Wild not giving her any room to work. They're not going to get a shot off. Great defense by the Blue Jays to end that first half of play. So Poslavsky puts it in, gives the Jays a 3-point lead. The Orange had the opportunity, but tough defense prevented a last-second shot by the Lady Orange. So the Blue Jays come in 25-0, Lady Orange at 18-4, and the Jays on top 21-18 despite some shooting woes, which saw them hit just 23% of their field goals in the first half. Let's go over to Matt Schick with Tom Taverdi.
Thank you. Here with Tom Taverdi. And offense has been hard to come by this game, last game. How do you get things going here in the second half of this one?
Maybe talk to Ryan and Luke and see if we can both go 2-3 zone, get some open shots. I tell you what, it's just great, intense basketball and just a lot of fun and just intensity like I've never seen it.
You guys both like to get up and down, but you both like to play pretty hard defense. What style wins out here in the second half?
You know, I think we'll both continue to do what we do, and just a matter of who can hit a few more shots, and hopefully that's us.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Matt, and thanks, Tom Taverdi, for joining us. We are at the half, the Blue Jays on top of the Lady Orange. It's 21-18 in Lincoln.
Driving isn't worth your full attention.
What is?
A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
Every day here in Nebraska, you work hard to build a life for your family and take care of them. You do your part, and we're working hard to do ours. We're Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. From Scottsbluff to Scribner, you can count on us to help protect your family and your future. Today and tomorrow, we're here where you are, and we work for you.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Constellation Energy, formerly known as One Oak Energy Marketing Company, a participant in the Choice Gas program and a proud supporter of Nebraska 4-H and FFA. And by the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities. Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Along with Trudy Nolan, I'm Larry Putney. Matt Schick also here at the Devaney Sports Center with us. It's 21-18 at the half. The Seward Blue Jays on top of the Lady Orange. And it's been, I think we heard Tom Taverdi talk about it right before he went into the locker room. Just a very well-played defensive game, but also a game in which both teams having a hard time hitting shots. Seward hitting just 23% from the floor. Beatrice a bit better, but not much at 30%.
Yeah, you know, he talked about the intensity, and definitely there is intensity out here, you know, and you can almost just feel it in here about the intensity, but I think there's a lot of things on the line. I mean, Beatrice had a loss to them prior. They want to win. Seward has a lot going on the line. They've had 3 straight titles. They won a 4th one in a row, so everybody's kind of, you know, intense and wanting to get after everything. But as Tom Taverdi said, everybody needs he needs to hit a few more shots, which I'm sure that would help in their case. I thought it was great that he talked about running a 2-3 defense. I don't think Tom Taverdi will run that 2-3 defense. I think he's going to stay full, intense, man-to-man the whole time.
I think you're right.
And you know, they don't have their leading scorers coming in halftime with big points here.
Right.
You know, Alicia Armstrong for Beatrice only has 1 point at this point of the ball game. And Nahina Taverdi, you know, at this point only has 4 points. So both teams, I think, are looking at hey, second half, we want to make more shots.
And you're looking at, you're tuning in, and you know that, Seward has won 100 in a row. They've won 3 consecutive state titles, the overwhelming favorite in Class B. They're ranked #1 by both state major publications, and you see 21-18 and think, they must not be playing well. This is the kind of game you expected. These two teams played earlier in the year, both quality coaches. They know each other well, so they were going to scheme well for each other. So a tight game like this isn't surprising. I think when you take a look at the first time they played this year, it was a tight game right up until the end when Seward began to pull away late and won it by 11, 43-32, but it was the closest game that Seward had all season long. So this kind of game for a state championship is not surprising here. Seward also looking for a bit of history here. I mean, 4 in a row puts them in some pretty rare company with teams like South Sioux City and West Point Central Catholic and Southeast, which has won 4 in a row.
And that is, I think Ryan Lucas probably looking at that and saying, I know how this can turn. Because yesterday, Norris was, 15-10 at half with Seward, feeling good about that too. And then all of a sudden things can turn because Seward, they're the kind of team, they've been in those tough battles. They know what the pressure is. They can outdo it from there. So every single basket that he's got close there to go in, they need them all.
Well, now let's head to our public address announcer who's honoring some very talented and intelligent young athletes. Let's go to Doc Weiniger.
First honoree is Jack Anderson of Kearney High School. Jack is a 4.0 student who participates in football and track and field. He's a member of National Honor Society and is vice president of the Nebraska Association of Student Councils. Jack serves his community as a member of the Buffalo County Youth Advisory Board, Leadership Kearney Advisory Board, Nebraska Special Olympics Youth Advisory Board, and Congressman Adrian Smith's Youth Advisory Council. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Anderson. Next is Olivia Bohr of Pope John High School. Olivia is a 4.0 student who participates in volleyball, speech, and music. She has earned superior ratings in 5 singing events at the NSAA. A 2011 NSAA Academic All-State Speech honoree, Olivia placed 4th in informative public speaking at the 2011 NSAA Class D2 State Speech Championships. She is also on the Quiz Bowl team and is a National Honor Society co-president. Ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Bohr. Deep Desai of Lexington High School. Deep carries a 3.88 GPA while participating in golf, play production, speech, journalism, and music. He has received academic all-conference honors in golf while earning superior ratings in band the past 3 years at the NSAA District Music Contest. Deep is a member of the National Honor Society and is a reporter for Lexington's Broadcast News Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Deep Desai. Next is Emily Fisher of Omaha Marion High School. Emily is a 3.75 student who participates in basketball, tennis, play production, and journalism. A varsity letter winner in basketball, Emily is the National Honor Society Vice President and a member of the Quill and Scroll Journalism Honor Society and Marion's Ambassador Team. She is the Latin Club President and a member of Marion's Big Sisters Mentoring Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Fisher. Our final recipient is Grant Yurka of Columbus High School. Grant is a straight-A student who participates in tennis and golf. He earned NSAA Academic All-State Tennis Honors in 2010 and 2011 and currently serves as Vice President of the Student Council. He is a member of Columbus Mentoring Program and the National Honor Society. In the community, Grant is a member of the Volunteens Program, Governor's Youth Advisory Council, and Congressman Adrian Smith's Youth Advisory Council. Ladies and gentlemen, Grant Yurka. Folks, let's have another round of applause for the 2011-2012 Believers and Achievers, the future leaders of Nebraska.
So congratulations to all the recipients of the Believers and Achievers Awards. We are at halftime. 21-18, Jays on top of the Lady Orange. We'll be back in Lincoln.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
You know, many years ago, when I was about 8 years old, I got the opportunity to watch a box turtle behind my house lay her eggs. And watching that turtle go through all that effort, it just piqued my curiosity, and I wanted to learn more and read more. My entire job is science. I want children to get connected with science and utilize the technology and the engineering abilities, because each one of us has the ability to change the world.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
Programming on NET Television is provided in part by the Dr. Tom and Dorothy Hallstrom Inspire Nebraska Athletics Endowment.
Sports programming on NET is made possible by a gift from the Dr. Barbara Hibner Estate, inspiring young Nebraska athletes to strive for their fullest potential.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Jays on top 21-18 at the half. We are with head coach of Beatrice, Ryan Luke. Here's Matt Schick.
Thank you, Larry. It was 43-32 the last time these two teams met. Looks like we're in the middle of another defensive battle.
Yeah, it's been a battle. It's been a lot of fun to coach in this game. You know, we had a nice little bit of a lead early in the first half, and we kind of lost it. Yeah, we're going to battle back, and it's going to be a battle to the end, I got a feeling.
Coach DeVerde said to me at the end of the first half he was going to talk to you about maybe both you guys going to a zone so you guys could get some open shots. Any thoughts to that?
You know, a zone, yeah, you know, truthfully, a zone would probably help us. We're a little tired right now, but, you know, I think if we went to a zone, we might be in trouble. They can really shoot the 3. So.
For joining us, we appreciate it. He didn't want anything to do with the zone either.
I don't think so either.
Let's take a look at some highlights from first half action. We'll start with the Lady Orange. As Coach Luke just said, they got an early lead.
They did, and Hannah Bernard does a nice job on the outside and then a nice job driving in here. She's, you know, right now high score at 5 points, and here's Jill Faxon taking that in there on the drive. They do a good job of taking it in there. And here's Seward on the other end. Courtney Zagina doing a nice job on the outside and then on the inside as well. Right now she's the high scorer for Seward with 10 points.
Zagina with 2 threes, that bucket there and one more to make 10. And then we see that tough defense late in the game that caused Faxon to pick up her critical 3rd foul and put her on the bench. Here's a look at the statistics between the two teams. You see the Lady Orange turning it over a bit more and Seward capitalizing on that in terms of points off turnovers.
Yeah, you know, when you look at it, Beatrice has 9 turnovers, and look at Seward, 10 points they've gotten off of those turnovers. And that's that pressure defense, and that's why I don't see Tom Taverdi going to a zone defense at this point.
That's right. Jays on top, 21-18. We'll be back at the Devaney Center for second half action.
My granddad taught me that you don't abuse the land, that you treat the land with great respect, that you work hard to maintain it because it will reward you if you care for it. My dad felt the same way. I feel the same way, and I'll work to instill those values in my son and my grandson.
We'd like to say we have the good life in our state, and for more than 40 years, Nebraska Public Power District has kept the good life running smoothly for Nebraskans. We are driven to go above and beyond with a spirit to provide reliable each and every day. Because in the end, we want to make the good life better for all. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By the Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. So ready for second half action here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Lady Jays on top of the Lady Orange, 21-18. Seward and Beatrice for the Class B state championship. Seward has won 3 consecutive state championships, looking to become one of just 5 teams that has made it 4 in a row. Drive, got the roll. Taverni wanted that one badly. You saw the fist pump when it fell.
That's what she needed. She needed something to get her going here. She struggled a little bit, but get her back in.
Right back the other way. Strong drive from Alicia Armstrong. 23-20. Woslavsky. Opening up a bit here early to start this third. Both teams finding some lanes.
Yeah, they both struggled a little bit here at the beginning, but they're coming out strong the second half. They're ready to go after it here.
Barnard has it taken away. Didn't they call a foul there?
Yep. Not a foul on Woslavsky on the steal there.
Well, officials are, they certainly can miss one now and then too, so. Foul, she'll take a quick seat. And Sydney Weil will enter the game. Armstrong kicks it outside. 3 on the way from Adams, no good. Nice hustle to run it down is Faxon. Faxon spin move. No, she walked first. Woslavsky now back into the game.
Sometimes it's just taking that rest, calm yourself down, came out, made a big basket. Beth did there at the very beginning, just to calm yourself down and make sure you know you got 2 fouls, you need to stay in the game.
Good ball movement by Seward. Ball change, creates a little space, kicked outside, 3-pointer no good. Nice rebound by Faxon. Osborne with it up top. Armstrong left-handed now to Osborne. Adams drives in. Swatted around, Woslavsky comes up with the rebound. Woslavsky is called for the travel.
Ryan talked about at halftime that it's fun coaching in this game. These are the kind of games, that both the coaches and the players enjoy. This is why there's the girls' state basketball. These are the kind of games everybody is looking forward to.
Armstrong with it. Barnard drives, left hand. Nobody there, then threw it away. So the turnover. Good look at Ryan Luke. 53-17 in his third year at Beatrice. Also coached at Elm Creek in Nebraska. Coached in Kansas. Done a terrific job with this Lady Orange program. Bounce pass tried inside, but knocked away and out. Quick hands by Chantel Adams. Zadjina drives in. Can't get the roll. Good rebound underneath. Strong back up. And a foul called on Hannah Barnard.
Here's Courtney does a nice job of driving in and she's using her left hand on that. Just didn't quite get it to go in, but Hughes does a nice job of getting that rebound on there as well.
Shot by Katie Hughes is good. Numbers on Katie, 3 and 3. 6-point Jays advantage. They've come out of the halftime locker room and opened it up to 7.
And Katie, just like Beth, is looking for their 4th state title at Seward High School.
Slavsky jumping the passing lane there, but just stepped on the line. Tried to get it back in as they jumped into a run and jump full court trap. 27-20, Seward on top by 7. They've extended that lead by 4 here in this 3rd period of play. 4:56 to go.
This is probably a good time for Ryan Liv to take a timeout. This is going to be a big possession. They're down by 7 right now without letting Seward, take away from the game right here. They need this possession, this point, to put them back within 5 or maybe within 4.
Let's go over to Matt Schick. Matt.
Yes. Yes, here with Shelly Taverdi, formerly of Shelly Block, who used to play for Nebraska, wife of Tom Taverdi, mother of Hannah Taverdi. What do you think so far?
Well, it's too close for me, obviously, but I'm just glad we're up by 7 and not down by 7. The girls are playing great defense. They're keeping the girls they want to contain. We're not knocking the shots down like we like to. I'm happy.
The winning streak can take a toll, I'm sure, on the players and the coaches. What is it like on the coach's wife and the player's mother?
It's been a great ride. My husband, he just does an excellent job of coaching, and we all keep it in perspective at home. Hannah's our daughter first, and we just support her as any parent would for any child. But it's also, he's the coach's wife, so he's the coach's daughter, so he's got to be the coach sometimes too. Like yesterday, I saw that a couple times on the court, which is fine. Hannah's good with that. So, but it's been awesome. It's been a great ride.
Well, we'll let you enjoy the rest of the game. Thanks for taking time.
Appreciate it. All right.
All right, thanks, Matt, and thanks, Shelly Taverdi, formerly Shelly Block, who played in Nebraska. She played in the mid-'80s, and I was a young broadcaster working at campus radio station doing Angela Beck's games when Shelly Block was playing. So, a familiar face from way too long ago.
Yeah, she was. She was a great player. And I'm sure that house has great conversations about every single game, about the games that are coming up as well.
Yeah. Turnover on the Jays. Couldn't clear the screen and get to the spot.
It's not easy for, Hannah. Her dad's the coach. Her mom was a great basketball player. Sometimes that can put a lot of pressure on you as a player as well. But she's done a great job, and obviously if she's a Nebraska recruit.
Adams finally winds up with the loose ball. They'll reset it, but not before a travel is called. Chantel Adams. 27-20, 4 minutes to go here in period number 3. Pace of play has really slowed after that quick barrage we had to open up this 3rd period.
It has, we came out right away with a lot of layups right away at the very beginning. And Seward hasn't been in close games. It has really, the closest game was with Beatrice at 11 points, but they just really have not had a close game. And so I'm sure they're looking for where's the point where we can just break away from here. And Beatrice isn't letting that happen at this point.
Oh, we're seeing 3 traveling calls, 2 turnovers in the last 6 possessions. So it hasn't been cleanly played as well. But part of that is the tough defense you're seeing. I think both coaches refer to it. Inside, it's just tough to get a good shot off there. Nice drive, and Alicia Armstrong had 2 hands in her face and got an off-balance shot off.
It is, you know, they know she's going to be driving to the basket, so they're doing a great job of help defense on Alicia Armstrong and not letting her get to the basket.
Goes inside, Sagina. Little turnaround, soft jumper, and Sagina got it to go. She's got 12.
And that's where Tom Taverdi says, you know, he can use her on the outside shooting the threes, or he can post her up on the inside.
Nice drive by Adams. Adams with 6. 29-22. Slavsky guarded by Barnard. Great matchup in the first half. Barnard very quick, as is Boslavsky. Both good ball handlers, both play great defenders. Taverdi. Drive by Wissing. Sagina has it blocked. Jill Faxon goes hard after that one. Got a hand on it. Blocked the shot of Courtney Sagina.
Wes, here's a look at that block there. It was a great block. Little, I don't know, she's got 3 fouls. She may want to be careful with that as well. They need her out there.
Look inside. Trying to post up inside. Wissing. Kicked outside. Ball rattled around, loose ball, still on the ground. Sagina up top. Taverdi, top of the key, got it. Taverdi with a big 3-pointer. And Taverdi got the timeout. Loose ball running around Taverdi. It gets kicked to Boslavsky, who finds Taverdi, who buries the 3-pointer. Up by 10, biggest lead of the game.
And there's a look at that, and that's the key right there, is they're going to be after every single loose ball, and that's the reason, because then they can connect on that. That may get Hannah Taverdi going a little bit more too, now that she's got a 3 on the outside down.
Well, we're always looking forward to that time when things clear up outside. It begins to warm up, and that's when your lawn and garden troubles start bugging you if you're like me. But you don't have to worry. Backyard Farmer returns to NET back for its 60th year to help you with all of your lawn and gardening questions. Our UNL Extension experts will help you deal with anything you're growing or something maybe you don't want to grow in your yard and garden. Don't miss Backyard Farmer each Thursday night starting April 5th at 7 Central only on NET1 and NET HD. Show you never miss. Ten-point advantage, 32-22. Inside 2 minutes to go here in this third. Press is broken, Barnard had it. Knocked out of bounds by Wissing. Wissing very active.
They are, and this shows you the pressure defense that Seward has. They are helping each other out. If one person gets beat, they're helping. They sink back. They find the people that are not guarded.
Wissing missed last year with an injury, was honorable mention All-State after her sophomore year, so this is her senior year. Coach Taverdi said great to have her back and a great addition to this lineup. Turnover. Boslavsky with it. 1-on-3, Boslavsky pulls up and hits the jumper. And that defensive pressure continues as Seward begins to expand that lead, up by 12 now. Quickly underneath, shot won't go. Rebound, picked up in the drive. Shot by Faxon won't go. And here comes Sagina the other way. Sagina with the 3-pointer. Sagina, 3 for 4 from outside the arc. And an 8-0 Seward Blue Jay run.
You know, and this is what I'm sure Ryan Luke, as I said, was really worried about coming out here, is this kind of thing happening where Seward tries to take control. largest lead for the game. And so hopefully, you know, Beatrice can find something in their timeout here, a way to, you know, calm themselves down, try to get back, keep the tempo the way that they want it. Seward, on the other hand, wants to keep going this way. They're going to keep pushing the ball, pressure defense, keep pushing the ball up the floor.
Want to remind you, if you like a DVD of this game or any of today's NSAA girls basketball games, you can just give us a call, 1-800-868-1868, and you can relive this year's exciting tournament action for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. A good timeout by Ryan Luke. As the Jays begin to warm up, and that young lady, Courtney Zagina, has 13. Make it 15 now to lead the Jays.
You know, just this half, Seward is on a 16-4 run just in the third, or excuse me, in this quarter. They're on a 16-4 run since halftime.
Zagina had 24 against McCook and 16 against Norris. She averages 13 a game. Has an offer right now in her junior year from New Mexico. Faxon with the bucket there for the Lady Orange. That's what Ryan Luke needed out of that timeout.
I'm sure Seward's going to look for one. They're at 17 seconds in the third quarter, get a basket here, you know, go in with maybe a 16-point lead at the end of the third.
So 10 to go, and Taverdi starts the offense. Taverdi drives, can't get the shot to go. And a foul, a push foul called against Beatrice with 2.4 left. Be called on Taylor Wissing. Katie Hughes will take a seat. Taylor Seaman into the game. And Orange will try to get off a last-second shot here. And it's off. So 37-24, Jays on top after 3. It's been all Zagina. Boslavsky with the steal off the turnover, and the Jays with the lead.
So I was talking to my mom the other day, and she said that there's no way we can afford college.
Here, check educationquest.org. See? They have information about grants, scholarships, and other ways to pay for college. You can even go to their office, and they'll show you what to do, for free.
Education Quest Foundation offers free services to help students plan and pay for college. To learn more, visit educationquest.org.
Education Quest helped us get to college.
And they can help you too.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, beginning of the fourth quarter. Let's head over to Matt Schick.
Yeah, Ryan Luke's message to Beatrice was, let's not hold the ball. We're down one possession at a time, but catch and move, catch and move. He wants to see a lot of action out here on the court.
A 13-point advantage for the Blue Jays.
Wednesday, I think probably keep it moving so that they can get an inside, a good shot, keep themselves within range with Seward, because first half it didn't seem like Seward could really get in sync of things, and coming out this second half, they are back in what they'd like to do for their game.
Anderson had a shot, couldn't finish. Taverdi fouled the bucket off a nice speed by Boslavsky. Right between the legs of Hannah Barnard. 39-24.
stay patient, open something up, drive to the basket, the things that they like to do. Beatrice needs to stay tough on defense.
Here's Boslavsky. She drives in right past the defender and lays it in for the easy two. Might be the easiest basket Seward has had tonight or this afternoon. Timeout called by Beatrice, their final timeout. Seward still has 4 remaining.
Hello, I'm Jeff Beckman. Now, if you're like my family, you've been enjoying high school sports action on NET for many years. And in order to see it continue, we can all help out by joining the Sports Partners Club. Log on right now to this website, or you can call me personally, and I'll help you become a sports partner. Thank you for your support of high school sports here on NET.
So back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, great to have you with us here on NET Sports as we crown 6 state champions today. 2 already in the books. This would be the 3rd. You know, with about 7:37 in the 3rd quarter, it was 23-20. That's with 7:37. So in the last just roughly over 9 minutes, it's an 18-4 Seward run, which has really changed the face of this game. 41-24. Could be similar to what happened the last time these two teams played.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, Beatrice becomes frustrated and maybe want to make some changes defensively. But on the other hand, Seward's come out the second half and they're shooting very well. So, you know, a tough call for Ryan. Stay man. Seward's driving to the basket, goes zone, but they're shooting well too.
Barnard with it, left-handed dribble, spinning the lane, kicks it back up top. 3 on the way, off the side of the rim, and Boslavsky lets it go out.
Seward just playing that man-to-man tough defense, and Beatrice is struggling trying to get anything going offensively. The first half they had some drives to the basket and some shots, and this half they're struggling a little bit with that offensively.
Taverdi nearly double-teamed in the backcourt, got it off to Zagina. Drives baseline now to Boslavsky. 41-24. Seward looking for its 101st consecutive win and its 4th consecutive state championship. Boslavsky drives, can't get the layup, but great rebound by Taverdi.
This is with the way Seward wants it. They don't have to shoot. They've got a good lead. They'll be patient, get the shots that they want.
Taverdi drives, can't get the lay in. Her own rebound in there amongst 3 others. Back-to-back offensive rebounds by Taverdi. Step on the line by Katie Hughes. Just rolled her eyes. I really did just step on that line. Now into the game, Tori Suter for Beatrice. 5'10" sophomore forward. Hard drive right into the charge. And Katie Hughes took a blast.
She did, but she sure was excited. She seems to be okay. Here it is, Alicia Armstrong. This is what she was doing the first half, able to drive in. But, you know, Hannah Taverdi's doing a good job on defense. Right there, Katie Hughes did a good job of stepping up and helping after she got past Taverdi.
Break that double team trap in the backcourt.
Yeah, with Seward, they have the, you know, both Beth and Hannah, they're able to handle the ball very well, so they can handle that pressure up there, not have those turnovers.
5 minutes to go, 41-24. Zagina hands it off to Boslavsky. Drives in, has her shot blocked. And Beatrice with the ball. Barnard up top, here's Faxon with it. Faxon into the lane. Faxon spins, goes off glass. Rebound tipped around and off the hand of first Bohr, and then Faxon and out. It'll stay with or go to the Jays. Tom Taverdi talked about this Seward team, said he doesn't think he's ever had a more consistent team from start to finish than this team here. Just, that's really, look at the scores, and it's indicated in the scores as well. The closest game, 11 points. Hey, you can download our new NET Radio Nebraska mobile app and listen live to NET Radio's news, classical, or news jazz stations wherever you are. Pause and rewind the live video and audio, plus explore past and present stories on NET News. Look for the free NET Radio Nebraska app in the iTunes or Android app markets. And I guess if it's a radio app, you're not going to see video, but there is live audio. You can pause and rewind and fast forward. I think the app for TV is under development.
You know, one of the things when you talk about with Tom Taverdi saying that their team is, you know, very consistent, and you can see that. I mean, obviously in the scores, they've been, you know, the way that they play other teams, they haven't had close games. Even if they do have a close game, and we had a close game the first half here, they had a close game yesterday with Norris, but they have that way that all of a sudden their skills, their strategies, they start to get in place, and then they start going from there, and the lead keeps increasing.
Great break, nice pass. The full court pressure, no trouble as Katie Hughes finishes it up off the pass from Taylor Wissing. Inside, tipped away, back up strong, and bucket by Faxon. Jill Faxon having a nice game and managed to stay out of foul trouble as well. She had 3 in the second quarter. Has not picked up her 4th.
I'm sure in the timeout, Tom was talking about, you know, we're ahead by 17 at this point. We just need to be patient. If it's an open shot, go ahead and take it. If it's not, let's just keep the ball. Run the time off that clock.
Good pass inside to Zajanik, kick back out. Taverdi now down to the corner. Seward just continuing to move the ball. Now looking for the trap on Taverdi. She'll drive into the basket. Doesn't get it to go, and then Taverdi over the back of Taylor Bohr. Taylor Bohr with the rebound. Taverdi called with her second personal foul. Seward really in no foul trouble. Hughes has 3, but that's it. (43-26), Jays on top. Anders looks inside. Alicia drives. And the shot and the foul. So a 3-point opportunity for Alicia Armstrong.
And here's the replay of it. Alicia does a good job driving to that basket, creating that foul, and as you said, now a great opportunity for a 3-point play. Bring this game back within 14.
Saw so much of that out of Armstrong yesterday in the semifinal. Just was relentlessly aggressive driving to the basket, but Seward has been able to take much of that away. And the turnover by Seward forced by that pressure defense of Beatrice.
This is what Ryan Luca wants. Just kind of keep working back. Every single possession is important now.
Alicia Armstrong bringing it up against Taverdi. Armstrong will drive again, and she's fouled. Foul will be called on Katie Hughes. 4th foul on Hughes. And only 5 team fouls here in the second half for the Jays. Barnard with, and another foul. And that one called on Wissing. So Taylor Wissing picks up her third personal. Just the pace of play, the pace of the game is really slowed here in this last 3 minutes.
It has, you know, because, and one of the main reasons is Seward's just being so patient on offense. They love to be fast tempo, but again, they have that lead, so they don't have to score.
Strong into contact and a charge called on Jill Faxon. So Faxon quickly picks up her fourth foul. Quickly after we mentioned she hadn't picked up her fourth foul.
We seem to be jinxing them today. Good hustle by Bernard there. You know, one of the things is, in all the games that we've seen, nobody gives up. It doesn't matter how many points the other team is ahead. Everybody is working hard to the very end, and that's a tribute of being at the state championship.
So Seward will take a timeout. Tom Taverdi. It is Jays 25-0 on the season, looking for win number 101 consecutively. I want to remind you, coming up later today, the Class C2 state championship just around the corner. Lutheran High Northeast. The Eagles taking on the Crofton Warriors, a couple of teams from roughly the same part of the state, Northeast Nebraska. Should be a good battle with the Eagles and the Warriors. That'll be live here on NET1 and NET HD coming up at 4:30 this afternoon. Following this game. Not immediately following, but at 4:30.
You had a look there at Tom Taverdi. You know, coach is still getting after it. 2:20, you have 14-point lead. You probably feel pretty good about things, but things can change very quickly for both teams, and he knows that. You know, the kind of coach that he is, he knows those kinds of things can happen.
Job by Armstrong to swat that ball back out of bounds. Now Boslavsky took a little push, and a foul will be called on Hannah Barnard. Barnard picks up her third foul to go with 5 points on the afternoon. Taverdi breaks the press and then loses it. Barnard in there and causes the tie-up. It will stay with the Jays on the possession arrow. Shout out from the Seward Blue Jays to Phil Worst, who is the grandfather of senior starter. Phil has been battling cancer this season, 77 years old, and until this season did not miss a Lady J basketball game. And he's been unable to make it to many of them, and the girls wanted to say, Phil, they're thinking about you and appreciate all your support. Over and back as Zagina had that back foot on the line. So the turnover by the Lady Jays. Inside 2 minutes to go here in this Class B championship game. It's been mostly Seward here in this second half of play. Lady Orange put up a terrific fight in the first half. It was 21-18 at the break, but they came out and a couple of big threes by Zagina. She's 3 for 4 from outside the three, has 15 points. And again, it was 23-20 the score with 7:37 left in the third. So just a 3-point game. And since then, since the 7:30 mark, since 23 seconds into the second half, Beatrice has scored just 4 points. A 20-4 run by Seward.
And here's a good drive by Jill Faxon as she's taking it in the lane there. And again, that's what Beatrice, both Faxon and Armstrong have done very well, is of driving into the lane here, especially on the pressure defense that they've had from Seward.
So Faxon at the line, 8 points, 5 rebounds for Faxon in the game. And Barnard called for the foul. That will be Hannah Barnard's 4th. So now Faxon and Barnard both with 4 fouls.
Hannah Barnard has her 4th personal foul.
Now, just with a minute 23, Tom was just talking to both Beth and Hannah on the free throw when the free throw was being shot here, and I think he's telling both of them, look at the scoreboard. We don't need to take anything in. We just need to take time off of this clock to get our 4th state title here.
And a foul called on Taylor Osborne. Only 2 fouls on Osborne. The next foul on the Lady Orange will put Seward in the 1-and-1. And there it is right there on Osborne again. So Osborne picks up 2nd foul back-to-back, and now will force some shots by Seward. Boslavsky will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
One of the things is, you know, we're going to be shooting some free throws now. Obviously, Beatrice wants to stop the clock. But if you also look at it, Seward is shooting 75% from the free throw line. So, you know, they're doing a good job at that free throw line. Again, we're down to a game. Free throws can make a difference.
Faxon quickly up court to Barnard, drives in, and Barnard gets the shot to go. So now Barnard on Boslavsky. Boslavsky kicks it back up top to Taverdi. A foul called on Adams, and that will put Taverdi at the line. Well, really, Seward just needs to hit those free throws down the stretch. Taverdi will step to the line.
Yep, you know, probably right now Seward feels pretty good about things, but again, as I said, you know, things can change. You miss your free throws here. Yeah. Come down, if Beatrice can't connect here, it can make a change in a game.
Drives in, can't get the shot to go. The rebound to Wissing, and Wissing is fouled. 52 left to go, 43-32, an 11-point advantage as Wissing will go to the line. Seward Blue Jays faced a little bit of adversity this year when Katie Hughes and Taylor Wissing were both out with injuries for an extended period of time. Allowed them to develop additional depth on the bench and develop some younger players. Plus, a big hole to fill off of last year's team, if you look at what they were able to accomplish. Emily Cady, who obviously was part of the Seward club last year and is now starting at Nebraska in her freshman year and having a phenomenal freshman season.
You know, in your other injury, Beth Bolkowski had an injury to her hand. Thank goodness it wasn't anything being broke, because here you are, your starting point guard all 4 years. You don't want it to happen at the end of your career at Seward High School.
Faxon banks that one in and cuts it to 9. 38 left. They're trying to get the foul, and is it Barnard called with it? If it is, that's her 5th, and I think it is. So Barnard will be called with the foul. She picks up foul number 5, and her afternoon is done. 5 fouls and 7 points for Hannah Barnard. Osborne back into the game for Barnard. Taverdi at the line. Got the free throw. Second free throw by Taverdi. Also good, and now Taverdi with 13 points. Beatrice led by Faxon, who has 12 points. Zadjina for Seward also with 15.
That right there, you know, is what Seward wanted to happen, is to, you know, cause that turnover. They're going to look at now trying to take the last 30 seconds off, and Ryan Luke, it looks like he's going to put some other players on the court at this point. They've played a good game, but Seward came out after halftime really, you know, coming out offensively and defensively, causing some more turnovers for the Beatrice.
Oh, I love being able to bring you these state high school championship games across the state of Nebraska. We'd like to know if you're enjoying the NSAA girls basketball tournament. So please, it's easy, and just send us an email at sports@netnebraska.org. That's sports@netnebraska.org. All of your comments really help us decide what programs are important to you, and also helps us prepare for the best coverage and allows us to provide you the best coverage of high school sports across the state of Nebraska. So please take a moment and write us at sports@netnebraska.org. And don't forget, these memories you can preserve for a lifetime. You can get a copy of this or any state high school championship match on NET by ordering a DVD. Go to netnebraska.org or give us a call at 800-868-1868. Match, game, contest, you can get them all. Get your DVDs from NET. 46-35, an 11-point Seward lead with 11 seconds left. Timeout called.
I think she just threw it out of bounds. I think they want to bring in their new players now.
So an opportunity for these seniors to have the standing ovation from their fans as they leave, and they have won 101 in a row and 4 consecutive state championships. There's the senior Beth Poslavsky, Hannah Taverdi, just a junior. She'll be back for another year. Taylor Wissing is a senior. Katie Hughes, a senior. So now into the game, Lindsay Platchkey, Abigail Rumry. There's Seaman in the game, along with Sydney Wild. And traveling called on Wild.
You know, what a great thing, that, especially with Beth, that she can say she's won 101 high school games and 4 state titles. You're not going to see that very often.
And that'll do it. The Seward Blue Jays, back-to-back state champions. 4 consecutive for the Blue Jays from Seward. 101 consecutive wins. Hugs all around from Tom Taverdi and the Seward Blue Jays, and an outstanding season to those young ladies, the Lady Orange of Beatrice and head coach Ryan Luke. They finished the season at 18-5. Seward 26-0. 4 straight unbeaten seasons. 101-0. We'll be back with the trophy and medal presentations in Lincoln.
If driving isn't worth your full attention,
what is?
A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank, fulfilling their commitment to serve customers wherever they are on their terms, providing a full range of banking services at 57 branch offices and more than 100 ATMs located conveniently across Nebraska. Wherever you go, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you'll find us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Class B State Championship in the books, and once again, the Seward Blue Jays are winners, 101 in a row and 4 straight state championships. For the presentation of the medals, the trophies, and other honors, sportsmanship awards, let's go to Doc Weiniger.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are pleased to present the Sportsmanship Awards for classes C1 and B. We want to thank all schools, students, fans, players, and coaches for their ongoing efforts to improve sportsmanship at the state championships and throughout the year. We also thank Awards Unlimited for providing the trophies and the Nebraska Independent College Foundation, proud sponsor of the Championship Sportsmanship Awards. Making the presentations are Steve Bohr of Seward High School. Representing the Nebraska Athletic Directors Association, Rocky Rule of Wayne, President of the Nebraska Coaches Association, and NSAA Board of Director Kent Hawley of Mitchell. Presenting the awards and representing the Nebraska Independent College Foundation is Dr. Brian Friedrich, President of Concordia University. This year's Class C1 Girls Basketball Sportsmanship Award is presented to Sandy Creek High School. Receiving the award are students and staff of Sandy Creek. Congratulations to the Cougars of Sandy Creek High School. And now, this year's Class B Girls Basketball Sportsmanship Award is presented to Norris High School. Receiving the award are students and staff of Norris High School. Congratulations to the Titans of Norris.
Yeah.
And now, the Nebraska School Activities Association is delighted to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentation will be made by NSAA Board of Directors members Wendy Hendricks from Lincoln East, Mark Norvell from Fillmore Central, and U.S. Bank Representative Yvonne Lunny. Here are the awards for Class B runner-up Beatrice High School. Will head coach Ryan Luke and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 11, Hannah Laughlin. Number 15, Jamie Cederberg. Number 23, Hunter Bailey. Number 25, Allison Politsky. Number 35, Jordan Pethod. Number 41, Beth Cowan. Number 43, Kim Higgins. Number 51, Taylor Boer. Number 53, Tori Suter. Number 5, Taylor Osborne. Number 13, Hannah Barnard. Number 21, Alicia Armstrong. Number 31, Jill Faxon. Number 45, Chantel Adams. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Beatrice High School. And now, to the champions from Seward High School. First head coach Tom Taverdi, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Number 3, Sydney Wild. Number 12, Lindsay Blocky. Number 14, Sierra Roth. Number 15, Abby Rummery. Number 20, Callie Heath. Number 22, Taylor Seaman. number 23, Bailey Berry. Number 30, Aubrey Dewar. Number 40, Jordan Nelson. Number 10, Hannah Taverdi. Number 24, Taylor Wissing. Number 32, Beth Boslowski. Number 34, Katie Hughes. Number 42, Courtney Zagina. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2012 Class B NSAA Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Seward High School.
So congratulations to the Seward Blue Jays Class B state champs. Now we go to Matt Schick. Matt?
Thanks. Here in the interview room with Coach Luke. And 2 games against Seward this year, 2 11-point losses. Both games about the same. Was this game any different?
Oh, yeah, this game was a little different. You know, I thought we battled in both games. We just kind of went through a little lull in the second quarter, or the third quarter, and that kind of hurt us. So, but, you know, we played hard. Seward is obviously a great team, and it was a lot of fun out there today. And, you know, we're just excited about how we finished in the game that we finished in. So
you guys lost a couple of games heading into the state tournament, so you have to like the fact you were able to make it here. I know it's not about moral victories, but be able to do what you did is a major accomplishment.
You know, we overcame a lot of adversity this year, and those 2 games were tough losses for us. And you know, that's a credit to our girls, and how well they did this year is just the fact that they overcame that adversity and were able to put it together here in the state tournament, and that was really exciting for us.
Just a few seniors, too, on your roster. You got to like what this program looks like going forward.
You know, that's exactly right. We got some great underclassmen coming up, and you know, we hope to make another run next year and work hard and see where it takes us.
Appreciate you taking some time.
All right, thanks a lot.
Congrats on a good season. Back out to you, Larry.
All right, thanks, Matt, and thanks once again to Coach Ryan Luke for joining us and chatting about his outstanding season that resulted in a state runner-up finish. But your champs, once again, the Seward Blue Jays for the 4th consecutive year.
A diesel-powered engine on a farm works hard and operates in a grueling environment. Soy biodiesel fuels stand up to the challenge of powering farm equipment, but are also renewable and environmentally responsible as well. The Nebraska Soybean Board is committed to encouraging the use of soy biodiesel to protect the environment and sustain Nebraska's agriculture. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, growing opportunity from the ground up.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By Constellation Energy, formerly known as One Oak Energy Marketing Company, a participant in the Choice Gas program and a proud sponsor of Nebraska 4-H and FFA. And by the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Class B now in the books, and for the 4th straight year, the Seward Blue Jays win a state championship, knocking off the Beatrice Lady Orange 46-35. And let's go to Matt Schick, who's with some people who, Matt, they could probably do this interview for you.
That's probably true. I think they're more used to this maybe than I am. Tom Taverdi, the head coach of Seward. Should we make a standing appointment here for the next 4 years as well, make it 8 straight?
Well, let's just have an appointment today right now. We'll take that. Yeah, that's just a very, very hard-fought victory, and my hat's off to Beatrice and Ryan Luke and their team on a great season and a great championship game.
4 consecutive state championships, 101 victories. What does that mean? How do you put that into words? It's only been done one other time.
It's hard to put it in words because you're so engaged with the coaching part of it right now. You start to try and figure out a way to put it into words a few days after so you can soak it up a little bit. But just an unbelievable, great feeling that just thankful to be blessed to be a part of it.
When it comes to being a coach and not wanting your team to focus on that, what was the secret to taking that off of their minds, or did you have to do that?
We just, from day one, every game, we just focus on the process. Next practice, next game, and I think that's really kept us consistent, and they did that. We talked about that before the game today when we had our scouting report, that there's nothing changes now. The same process in place in the next game. Let's just carry it through, and they did.
Congratulations to you on another one.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Maybe we'll see you next year.
I don't know about that, but I tell you what, I'm going to enjoy this one.
All right, congrats. We'll be back right after this as we hear from some of the winning players. The Blue Jays with an 11-point win over Beatrice for the Class B crown.
Driving isn't worth your full attention.
What is?
A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Another year, another state championship for the Seward Blue Jays. And we're here once again, another year with Beth Boleslavsky. And 4 straight for you. You've been on this team all 4 years. You've never lost. How does this one feel?
It's just a dream come true. I mean, not many people expected us to be here this year or even be undefeated. So we exceeded a lot of expectations. So it just feels amazing to go out like this.
I know you injured your hand at one point before the season began. Had to go through your mind, oh no, not this year, not my senior year.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I thought, oh no, there goes my senior year. And then we went, got x-rays and came back positive, so I was ready to go.
Very, very good. 101 consecutive wins, now just 10 away from the state record. I know you're not going to be a part of trying to break that, but what message would you give to your fellow teammates who are going to be around?
They just got to believe they can do it, and I know they can. They work extremely hard in practice and in games, so just keep at it, and I know you guys will do it.
Yeah. Beth, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, hand it off. Hannah Taverdi, 13 points. Tough to have some shots go down early. How tough was that? Frustrating was that early on? As it was a pretty good game early.
Yeah, I mean, it was frustrating at first. Our shots just weren't falling, but we knew that we could just keep shooting, and eventually they would. And then the second half, they fell for us.
I was talking to your dad about how to, during practice, as we watch some of the highlights, keep this off of your mind so that you can just play freely. Did you feel pressure, much of that this year?
No, I mean, there's nerves before games, but once we go out there and start playing, we just go out and play and do our best and see where that leads us.
Well, congratulations. You've got another year left. Do you think you can do this again?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be tough, but I think we're able to.
Okay, congrats. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Okay. Another victorious Blue Jay, Courtney Saginaw, 15 points. I'm kind of looking up to you here. What does this one mean? Does it feel much different than the others?
I think it's pretty exciting just because the seniors have gone this far and got through all these games, and I just thought it was a good feeling for them.
You guys have been in some games that have been close early on as we look at some of the highlights, but then you're able to put teams away late. Why are you able to put teams away late consistently?
Well, we just keep pushing through it, and we just tell ourselves to come out the third quarter and make a run and don't let them back in it.
That's what you did. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, what does this mean? I mean, this has got to just be an incredible feat for you.
I mean, senior year to go 101 wins in a row, never losing. I mean, you can't even fathom that. Like, it just feels so great.
Katie, at what point during the season did it start to hit you, you know what, we can do this. We definitely can do this.
I mean, just from the very beginning, I knew that if we just kept working hard in practice every day and just paid attention every step of the way, we just knew that we could make it back here and hopefully go for another title. 101,
what is that? How's that ring? How are you guys going to celebrate this one?
I mean, we got to keep a tradition and go to Applebee's like Courtney always says, but I mean, 101 wins, like, that's just unreal. It's awesome.
Applebee's, maybe I'll see you there. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, it's a free advertisement there. And Taylor Wissing, senior, finishing the year with another state championship. Does this one feel the same as the previous?
I think it just feels so much better being a senior. I mean, sitting out last year was really hard for me, so to be a part of it this year, it just means even more.
Talk about the flow of the game. It took you guys a little bit to get going. You guys have been here before. You're not supposed to have these state championship game jitters.
I mean, we knew that our shots would start falling, and we said that at halftime, just keep working hard and stay good on defense, and they would fall for us.
Have fun at Applebee's.
Thanks.
There it is. The Seward Blue Jays, your champs. 101 dominations. Seward does it again.
Power Drive electric car program gives high school students a hands-on way to apply studies, learn about electricity and energy efficiency, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lives. Nebraska Public Power District encourages students and teachers to get involved. Schools have the power to make it happen. For information on Power Drive, visit oppd.com or nppd.com.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
And welcome back to now nearly empty Bob Devaney Sports Center as the Seward Blue Jays have wrapped up their fourth consecutive state championship, knocking off the Lady Orange 46-35. Another dominant performance as we've seen all year from the Blue Jays. You look at the three-point field goal percentage. I know they would like to have that be a little better, but in the end, it's about the hardware. And they took home, once again, the hardware.
They did, and then if you look at the bottom again, we've talked about this all day with turnovers. Look at Seward, they had 16 points off of turnovers. And I think probably most of those came in the third quarter, where they came out after halftime and they really dominated the third quarter. They went on that 20-4 run, and their pressure defense, you know, caused those turnovers, and then to get those points off of those turnovers there. And what a great thing, you know, 101 wins. It's hard to do that. It's hard, as we've talked about before, with Beth having 4 state tournaments. Certainly something for younger kids to be looking up to and wanting in their years ahead of them as well.
We'll be back to wrap up the Class B state championship win by Seward and preview the Class C2 title. Stay with us.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
We'd like to say we have the good life in our state, and for more than 40 years, Nebraska Public Power District has kept the good life running smoothly for Nebraskans. We are driven to go above and beyond with a spirit to provide reliable, affordable electricity with outstanding customer service each and every day. Because in the end, we want to make the good life better for all. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. By U.S. Bank, committed to customer service through performance, products, and people. U.S. Bank, proud sponsor of Nebraska High School basketball on NET, member FDIC. And by the Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. So that puts a wrap on the Class B State Championship. It was Seward knocking off Beatrice 46-35. They've won 101 in a row, 4 state titles, and the streak continues of Tom Taverdi and his Seward Blue Jays. I want to remind you, coming up shortly, Crofton Lutheran High Northeast for the Class C2 State Championship. That begins 4:30 right here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. We'll have all the highlights for you statewide right here on NET. Once again, Seward wins the Class B title. For Trudy Nolan, for Matt Schick, I'm Larry Putney for our entire NET Sports production crew. We'll be back here at 4:30. Class C2 State Championship coming your way from the Devaney Center. Until then, so long.
Hello, I'm Jeff Beckman here with Jenny Herstein. We hope you're enjoying high school sports action on NET. You know, everywhere we travel across Nebraska, people tell us how much they appreciate NET's coverage of the high school championships. From the far reaches of the Panhandle to the banks of the Missouri River, grandparents, parents, and fans of all the teams tell us how much they enjoy seeing their school spirit come alive right here in our broadcasts.
High school sports are important to Nebraskans, Jeff, and for us to deliver them into the homes all across the state, it takes the financial support of all Nebraskans. That's why we're asking you to become a member of the Sports Partners Club right now. For your gift of $80, you'll receive the NET member card, which saves you money when you dine out, shop, or travel. You'll also receive NET Now, the monthly magazine that features program information and interesting stories related to NET. And you'll get special invitations to tailgate events and the annual Sports Partners preseason breakfast here at NET. But the best benefit is knowing that you're doing your part to support high school sport championships on NET, along with all the other great sports action throughout the year. We're able to bring the sights and the sound of the NSAA championships into your home because of viewers like you. So log on right now and become a new or renewing member of the Sports Partners Club.
I also want to take this time to personally thank all of our generous underwriters, the corporations and businesses that help make high school sports action possible. The next time you see one of these generous corporate sponsors, be sure to thank them for underwriting high school sports coverage on NET. Log on right now, make your gift to NET, enjoy all the benefits of the Sports Partners Club all year long with Nebraska's Home for NET.